Hey, it's Mr. Johns, and welcome to this special edition episode of Researching Hot Wheels Cars, looking for the 2015 Hot Wheels Mustangs. And the two sources I use here, this is the Hot Wheels Fandom Wiki, hotwheels.fandom.com/wiki/slash Hot Wheels. So this is a site that, it's a wiki, it's a Wikipedia. So it is built by users, which means I can't trust it 100%. It's not Mattel. Ironically, you can't go to Mattel's website and get good information on this kind of stuff, which I always thought was a shame for Mattel. They should have a database or something. So what I've already done this. I've gone through and just wanted to kind of update you on how I do this. I go through every single page, every single car, and if I see a Ford Shelby, make sure it's a Mustang Shelby, make sure it's a Ford Shelby, not just a Shelby, and look at the picture, make sure it's what I want. Then I write this down on a piece of paper. I write down the information on the car, and I can click on the car. It'll bring up all those cars, and I have to go down to the year 2015, and then here's where I get all the information right here. So this one right here, 2015 Hot Wheels City Hot Wheels Performance Series in pearl white, etc. So it's got all that, plus it has a picture. Now I don't use pictures like this one because I only use pictures of my own cars. That's one way of making sure I have the cars and keeping my records straight. So once I go through this whole list, then I go over to collecthw.com, collecthotwheels.com, and I will look up the year. And one thing that it's important to do is there's 1,485 cars to look through. Now you can do a search, kind of filter it. Once you hit go and it takes you to the 2015s, it's loading a little slow today. I can then search by Mustang. However, you will then miss, let's say it's just listed as a Ford Shelby GT500. You will then not get that one. So I went through all 1,485 cars and wrote down any that were Mustangs. Ironically and interestingly enough, I pick up usually twice as many cars on this site that are not listed on the wiki. I've been wanting to, since I'm a pretty serious researcher on this, I've been wanting to start updating all the wiki pages myself, because I feel like I have 99% of the cars. I just haven't had time to update their page. I'm working on my page. All right, still loading. My internet is terrible tonight. But then what I do is I bounce over to my website. I use some software called Weebly. It's a really good web design software that works fantastic. So I'm working on 2015s, and so then I type in every car that I found and wrote down with all the information, all the variations. And these are all, there we go. Those are all the Hot Wheels Mustangs for 2015. And I'm feeling pretty good right now because it's not like 20 or 30 or 40, which is going to break the bank. It's still like, well, maybe it's almost 20, 15 maybe. And what I do next is I look up at my shelf, and I've got a list. I've got all my cars are chronological order, and I've got a section for 2015. Happens to be right in front of me, so I can just start grabbing cars off the shelf, and they are in plastic cases, and on the bottom it's you can't see that, sorry. On the bottom it says 2015. So I've already done some and have been collecting them, but I don't know which ones I have and which ones I don't have. So what I'm doing tonight is going through and taking pictures of all the cars I have, and by the time I'm done, I'll have some blank spaces, and those will be the cars that I need to find on eBay. So then I switch over to eBay, and I will start searching for those cars. And so, if it's let's say I have a 2015, I always type in type in 2015 Hot Wheels first. So that tells eBay that I'm searching for the 2015 Hot Wheels, because I'm also going to throw at it a different year, which in this case is an '07 Shelby GT 500. I thought I put in a 6 500. Do a search for that. So it should come back with a car that is, according to my notes down here, dark green. I can pick it up for $4.75 with $5.45 of shipping. So roughly, I can get it for about $11, which yes is $10 more than it was at the store in 2015, but I am paying a $10 price for not buying it then. So now I always search eBay for, it defaults to best match. Always search for lowest price. So then I can look at, looks like that one is still, so this blue one, I do not recognize that. So I do, I'll need to double check my notes. So if I come up with a color or something that I don't have, one thing that is important to note, people on eBay don't always know what they're looking at. Now this one says it was made in 2015. So sometimes I will look at the bottom of the car with the magnifying lens here on eBay, and it gives you a code right there, C30. Now C30 is the year and month that car was made. So I don't have that written down. I just do a search for Hot Wheels base codes, and there's a great site that lists them, and C is 2010. So that is clearly not a 2015. I didn't think so. That is not a 2015 car. That is a 2010 car. I haven't seen that in a few years. So the green one is the one that I want, and want to get the cheapest one I can. I don't want to get it in the package. If I can find the car, like right here, here's a car. It says there's two cars for $9. So if there's a variation in the color, I mean, look at these. Those are pretty cool. So I've got 4 different colors. 68 Shelby GT 500, 68 Shelby GT 500. They are all the same cars. However, they are in 2 different series. This one, it says Then and Now. And this one is Hot Wheels Workshop. So I would then look at my notes, research I've done, and see if I've got those cars for that year. And $9 for 2 cars is a pretty good deal, especially since shipping is only 2. So guess what? 2 cars for the price of 1. And this green one also comes with the orange variety. So I would select the green and orange right here and purchase it. So I don't think I have that one yet. So I would click buy now and have it sent to me. So that's the process of something I do about every month or so, is work on updating. And I don't stop until I have one version of each of these on my site, which means I have it on my shelf. And then I can say I've completed all the 2015 Hot Wheels Mustangs. And then I do a video that highlights each of those cars to kind of show them off because they're so beautiful. And then I wait for a month or so to go by, hopefully, before I start the next year, which 2016. So that's kind of what I do, and it's something I'm thinking about doing tonight. I've got some time, and it's a good way to like watch a show on one monitor while I'm working on my Hot Wheels research on the other monitor. It's how I spend my time on a Friday night here in Mr. John's world. So there's my update. Hope you're having a great night. I'll catch you next time. For now, Mr. Johns is out.